Ricky sequel. It is a sequel to last week's track, which was pretty badass, which I went ahead and then read the lyrics to.
Mm-hmm.
Last week's Lil Rob track
Four
by the
corner room.
title of Four Corner Room. Man, is that some heavy poetry in there, man. It's clearly, it's not 1000% clear, but it is like he's having drug issue at the moment, okay? Which apparently for Lil Rob is very uncommon. It's not something he talked about
Right.
often at all. So,
Getting so personal.
getting so personal and all that. He did have a line in there, something like "Everyone thinks I'm on the stuff, but it ain't that" or something. But the stuff could have meant I don't know what, heroin or something. But he wasn't doing that or something. I don't know. It sounded like he was just very depressed, very low, getting high a lot, didn't want to see anyone, getting stoned and just being alone in his four corner room.
That makes
So
sense.
this is a sequel, and it's called "Hey There, Miss Brown." Now, when I hear the word brown, when it comes to drugs,
Yeah.
it always makes sense because that's the brownstone. We're both from cities, Midwestern cities, Cleveland, Chicago, all those cities like that, St. Louis, New York, Baltimore, Detroit, and all that. We have brownstones. Some call them a three flat, where there's just a brick building with three stories, sometimes a basement apartment, but three let out apartments
Oh,
in a
you
row.
educate me on this. We don't have this in Cleveland.
You don't have you don't have brownstones in Cleveland?
No.
That's that I don't think that's even possible,
No.
dude.
Nothing like that.
You don't have a three flat or a brownstone
No.
in Oh my god.
Are those the buildings
All
that are
right.
like a butt next to each other? Like you can't.
Yeah, they're but up next to each other all the
No.
way. They're just
No.
3 stories tall. They run the whole neighborhoods all the way through. And there's an alley in between them, behind them, with the little place to park and the trash.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there are 3 apartments and a basement apartment. I always got the basement apartment because it was cheap. But
Bloods.
yeah, I didn't have it. I didn't have that though. I didn't have that. But I did have an apartment once that was 6.5 foot ceilings.
Oh wow. Okay.
So that was very weird. But I'm not 6.5 feet, so I was like, well, I got used to it. Um, So I don't know if it's alluding to the brownstone, and obviously the brownstone, like Guns N' Roses did theirs, and many other bands had their brownstone song, going all the way back to to the dudes who did the Velvet Underground. They were the first to kind of connect those two ideas together. You run up to the third floor of the brownstone. That's where you can make a transaction. It's always made up there because you got 3 flights of stairs to get out of trouble if some flatfoots, beat cops, charged in for any reason.
Okay. Okay.
So you go up there and make a drug deal of the heroin kind
Hmm.
up there. Probably every other kind too, but that's the stories I know about the brownstones. So hey there, Miss Brown makes me think. Ooh, it's been a little while since me and you smoked together, or something like that. It makes me think of a relapse.
I'm just wondering if Miss Brown actually refers to because isn't like heroin kind of brown, isn't it? Or is there some that's
Well,
brown like
it's
that?
definitely like I said. It is. It's tar, so it's black tar heroin.
Oh,
You
it's
know, it's
black. Okay.
yeah. And the brown, it's really a reference to the brownstone buildings, most popular in New York City.
All right. Well, let's test this theory, and I wanna.
And let's test the theory, or is it a woman named Miss Brown? I don't know, but usually she's a metaphor. So let us see. I'm excited for this, man. All right, let's do it. Lil Rob, hey there, Miss Brown.
Love problems,
I like it already.
money and drug
Me
problems.
too. Oh, see, love
Some
problem,
shit
drug
that bring you
problem.
down. My My life couldn't get worse. I wake up with the curse. It's like, fuck, I woke up. Me and my chick just broke up and I was broke up. I just lost trust for people all around me. Not just friends, not just acquaintances, but also family. And it's sad to see family be like an enemy would be. You're no longer family, now you're just an enemy to me. Don't speak to me, I'm high, not high enough to not feel the pain of being betrayed, played, portrayed for a fool. That shit ain't cool, we ain't in school. I quit school because of the playground. Now my homeboys that have been down and stayed down, well now they ain't around. They do what they do, did what they did, had kids, and that's all good though. It's not their fault I'm all alone in my lonely little hood homes. Behind the smile there's a frown, sad enough to bring you down. Hey there, Miss Brown, I'm feeling down. Hey there, Miss Brown, I want you round.
Ooh, the guitar in here, just dirty great. Like, just wonderfully well played. Dirty in a beautiful sense. Just got that little crunch or fuzz in there.
Yeah.
That's played so spot on. Makes me think of a Santana. Makes me think of the band War that backed him up last time. You know, just so clean, so good. It's interesting, a little start to the song. It seems like it might be a drug thing and a woman thing.
Right.
For, you know,
I mean, Miss
for
Brown
real,
is a
both.
psychologist. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, let's find out.
But, man, you know what though? I agree with you. The production on this is really awesome. What I really love is the it's kind of like a snare clap there. It's kind of like a little bit doubled and like one comes a little bit after the other. Like normally you try to combine them, but they're kind of split enough so you could hear both of them. Like that. It's really cool. I love that little
great description. Yes.
Beautiful
effect,
sound
you know?
design. Yeah.
When I came down here playing drums, they say in the blues, right? It's just two. You just hit on the 2 and the 4, right? It's real simplistic if you break it down. But you could 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
Yeah.
But they say the tips I kept getting from people early on was be late as you can on the 2, even the 4. 1, 2, 2. You tick right as you're about to hit 3. It makes people go nuts. They just love that lazy beat. It's a lazy beat, and it's something similar to what you're describing. How they're making sure they're both being heard instead of splashing together. That's just, it's cool stuff.
Hey there, Miss Brown, I want you round.
It's a little late, huh?
That's way late, but
hey there, Miss Brown, I need you round. I'm feeling down. I see you kicking back with the homies all the time, and I wanna try you. What would you do to me? Is it true what they say? You could take my pain away, leave me with nothing but sunny days, and take my rain away. Right away, what am I missing? How could I miss something I never had?
Yeah.
Are you really that bad? Don't even know you, but I want you so bad. Guaranteed to make me feel good. I wish you would. Should I introduce myself to Miss Brown? I think I should. Mucho gusto, such a sweet love, sweet like chocolate, make me feel higher than we does. She does things to me that makes me see things in a whole new way. I'd pay any price to feel this nice. You're priceless, make my life timeless. Thank you for your kindness. I just can't get enough of you. You're so addictive, and I'm so addicted.
woo!
Addicted. Hey there, Miss Brown, I need you round.
Love that.
Me too.
Boom.
I
Yeah.
want you round. I'm feeling down. Hey there, Miss Brown, I need you round.
That guitar in my right ear is just absolutely going crazy.
I'm trying to say that I'm not perfect. You see, we all make mistakes. I'm far from perfect. My heart aches, my heart breaks. I wish it didn't, but it does. Wish it wasn't, but it was. Try to look you in the eye, but I can't see through the fuzz. It's cause of this, it's come to this, the loneliest loneliness. I thought 2 times when my primo told me this. He said, slowly she becomes you till you become her. Then your life becomes a blur and you forget who you were. I guess he's right. I look in the mirror and I don't know who I am. I'm lost, don't even know what direction I'm in. Hey there, Miss Brown, come paint a pretty picture again. I'm feeling down, Miss Brown makes me feel better again. I'd like to thank you for your kindness. I just can't get enough of you. You're so addictive and I'm so addicted. Hey there, Miss Brown, I'm feeling down. I need you round. Hey there, Miss Brown, I want you round.
Alright. Man, there's a whole lot of thoughts I'm having about this, right? Because the first verse, he's talking about like all of his friends. They moved on with their lives. They got married. They had kids. And, you know, he's like down here in the hood all alone. That's his choice. Yeah. Or, you know, what you could say it's your choice. But honestly, you're just a perpetually single person at the end of the day, right? Like, I don't know if that's necessarily by choice or whatever, but he's just saying that. And he's talking about this Miss Brown. And you're like, you're here to make me higher, that I can be addicted to you, that you're better than weed. But is he talking about the drug or the woman here? You know what I mean? Like, who?
Definitely
both.
Heroin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see, you know, you can, no.
Or some
my take
opiate.
Is yeah, you're...
I mean, we're not experts on drugs, obviously. We're just like, we're trying to figure out.
It's what I thought it was, you know?
Yeah.
It's what I thought it was by the title. It's a heavier drug than weed and all that. It's a heroin. It's instantly addictive, but this is not the path. There's a whole different healing in women. There's a whole different experience in life and whatever. You could I don't think there's any woman in his life at this moment.
No. So he's searching for both? Is he searching for both and just like kind of like merging those stories together? I've heard of no
talk of an actual woman. Like, I think in the beginning he had a breakup because he said he woke up alone.
Yes.
And alluded to something to the effect that, you know, it hurts that she's gone kind of thing.
Yes. And that all his friends have moved on and had their kids and
some
family.
Got kids and all that, but he's just stuck back alone. So I think this is, if not, I think he broke up, he got sad, he started thinking about everyone else, realized he's alone, then he's been alone a long time, then weed is just not so strong. I've heard of this other stuff, you know, which is stronger. Hey there, just curious about you, you know, what's going on?
You can take
Ms.
my
Brown,
pain away,
you know?
you're
right.
better than we can, you can make me higher, and you're addictive. Yeah.
And now I'm addicted, and so ever since some point in this song, it was no longer like, hey there, I want you around, really. It's like, I need you around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, so he got addicted. So I think it's a loss of a woman might have propelled the current scenario, because he was mentioning that early.
Yeah, okay. Interesting. I think that's cool. Let's keep on going.
It's amazing music. It's sickly good. Oh. This is a great track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm feeling down.
Fuck!
Hey there, Miss Brown, I need you round. I'm feeling down. Hey there, Miss Brown, I want you round.
Wow.
Oh, that.
Super good. Like that was a sound and song. I mean, I could listen to a 10-minute version of that just with the music alone. If the last half of it was just just music.
Yeah.
But he sounded so good on this one, and the message to me was so clear. It's totally a companion piece of, I know not a maybe direct sequel, but definite companion piece.
Uh-huh.
With our last track of his, what was the last one again?
Four Corner Room with War.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Four Corner Room, man. And War's doing that music, and the music here is just silly. This sparkling, janky, ripping guitar on the side, just so low in the cut. Just it's just like ringing and it's amazing, and it's way down in the lower right ear for me in the headphones. I was like, oh, this thing is thick with music, live music.
Yeah,
and it's just and a great performance. And I'm like, it's a classic song. I think we broke it down right. It's the woman's gone, the loneliness crept in. Hey, he is who he is in the sense of, gosh, the guy makes his money in an odd way. He's a musician. He's known for it. You know what I mean? But it doesn't mean, it means he could have more downtime without worrying about having to pay a bill or something. So he could just fucking get lost in himself, Mm-hmm. And especially if you're sad from a breakup, anything like that, you're smoking the weed, but Jesus, that bitch kind of got to you. Excuse me, but she just got to you, and you can't shake her just yet or whatever. But you're like, man, there's that other drug. Jeez, I know exactly where to get it, but I never thought about it. But now I'm thinking about that Miss Brown. What if she came around? What if I did a little dance with her or something, and fix me up right quick? And then, obviously you hear no benefits of knowing her other than him saying like, oh, Miss Brown, I need you around,
Yeah.
I loved it. And that's all I gotta say, bro. That was, Ricky don't do wrong, and he says he'd like to show us a bunch of Lil Rob stuff, and now you see the comments we're getting off other tracks, and
going to be looking at a lot of these things, for certain. One of the things I would like to say about this, there are, every so often you run across a track and you're like, I want to know how that was produced, like who made it. Was there sample? I mean, I'm not sure. Was that, as you said, it sounded like a live band to you? Like, was
that's live, man.
Well, the drum thing wasn't.
Oh, of course it was.
That doubled on the threes.
Yeah, well, that was my explanation of how to do a lazy beat on blues,
right?
On a blues drum pattern. What they did there is just creative timing, and the kick actually occurs before the snare.
Yeah,
the snare was completely on the 2 and the 4, but it would have this microsecond of the kick coming before.
Okay.
But that's to me, yes, of course, a skilled artist in the way of computers can do this, but
it's a
lot easier to find a skilled drummer sometimes, because a lot of people actually can play the drums or play an instrument.
Well, go figure.
And with all those guitars and all that, his association with War, the time period probably of when he began his career and where he's from and everything, I think this is real musicians. And now, I won't, my jaw won't fall off if it isn't, but I would be a little surprised if it wasn't.
Yeah,
it'd be a cool thing to look up. I'll look that up before our next, Ricky track or something.
Yeah, totally. I it's just one of those
because
things.
you could hear it being done, right? As a producer in the studio, you could hear someone assembling this. I think it's just too plush for it to be.
Right. Okay. Because like the way that bass, I don't know. There's just really creative in its mixing and how it. Like it feels like
Welcome
it's a
to the
combination.
1970s, David, when everyone mastered their instrument and the instrument panel. So everyone knew how to make a bass drop of an actual bass get fully enveloped and captured.
Right.
Live.
Yeah.
All that stuff was live. The 70s was the peak of that form of recording,
Yeah, well, he definitely
80s as well, but yeah, I think he's in on some.
he definitely knows some people that knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's excellent.
Yeah. Excellent, and a good topic to learn more about, because I'm interested too, because that's the kind of thing I want to do. You got a bass sitting here. Now, if I hit this thing, I want that recording just like that track.
Yes.
Like boom, and it's like swallows you
Yes,
whole.
yes.
And just a second, finish this off. Hang on. Well, we can't say enough, man. It's a wonderful track, and I'm glad we got to hear it, and hopefully we get to share it with a whole bunch of folks, and just keep on keeping on, right?
I agree.
Sound good?
Sounds like a plan.
This is a good plan. All right, see ya.